Okay, Rick, I am so glad
Okay.
that you came on here today because I have been wanting to do a live with you for a long time because I get so many questions about this Money Max system, automated velocity banking, whatever it is that you want to call it. It's just such a great game changer for a lot of my clients, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. So,
Sure.
everybody, this is Rick. He is my team lead with the fantastic team for Money Max, and he is awesome at what he does. And I am literally going to turn him loose and just talk to us a little bit about. Let's start with what Money Max is, what the idea behind it was when these creators came up with this awesome system.
Sure. Sure. I'm glad to. The truth is that the creators knew what it was like to struggle financially. They both, as children, both of them had actually their parents had lost their homes to foreclosures, and so they knew what it was like. But they were childhood friends, and they found a way to bond together over financial misery, basically that both of their families were going through. And but as they grew up and stayed friends. And one day they decided they were going to get in the mortgage business, is what they were going to do. And we were fantastic in the mortgage business. And so it's in a couple of years we already had 60 processors. I mean, it was fantastic. But the
It was fantastic. It was
well, that's
fantastic.
exactly right. That's exactly right. The thing is toward the end of the 1990s, though, the dot-com bubble was bursting, and you'd think there was loads of people coming back for refi and stuff like that, and you'd think that that was a great thing, but not really for the heart of the founders. That's not really what it was about. It was we knew, again, because of the tragedies that basically all of us had gone through, that we knew there had to be a better way. And what they did is they started evaluating a program that was actually originally founded in Australia. It was called the One Account. And we started to study this One Account. It was a co-venture with Richard Branson. Everybody knows Richard from Virgin Airlines and stuff. And so we started studying it. Well, it didn't work for the United States because the loans here were different. And so, but it just so happens one of these creators, his name's John, and John is like, he's kind of somebody that sees everything in math, sees all the numbers, where we say, hey, how big is that? He just looks over and says, yeah, that's 18 and a half inches, 18 and a half inches bigger. That's 3.2. I'm like, oh my goodness. But he just has all that math down. Well, we had a plan and it was great. And the only thing that would have made it any better is if you could actually make it electronic. And that's what they did. And so they started coding, and they, basically about $30 million in 6 years in the making. Right. We finally end up coming up with a program that is velocity banking, but now it will actually show you, instead of you taking your cash flow and choosing where it goes, it now takes your cash flow and shows you where it goes with mathematical accuracy. And so with that, what it does is it means it's canceling the most amount of interest is what it's doing. It's going to cancel the most amount of interest that it can possibly cancel for you every single month. And what's the byproduct? Okay. What's the collateral benefit of canceling interest? That pays off faster, right? So we don't have to pay the bank. Yeah, if we don't have to pay the bank, we can get out of it quicker, right? And that's what we've been doing. And now for the last 20 years, we've been showing clients how they can use, basically, you can keep using spreadsheets if you want to, but this system is like, it's like an electronic spreadsheet is what it's like. And so,
Yeah.
now it's not only are you staying on top of your money, which becomes easier because it comes kind of gamified a little bit. We get excited because we can see more things about our money now. And that's the whole idea. Clients are looking to be able to see more about their money. Everybody knows to get rid of interest, we're going to pay some extra money every month. That's what we're going to do. And whenever we have it, we're going to do a little here, a little there. But we don't really think about where it goes. We're not really thinking that line. Yeah, we're just kind of rounding up, or, I got an extra $50. Let me send it somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's not that is not, again, you were getting out of debt quicker, which was great. It's admirable that you should be aspiring to do it. But there is something better. Okay. I mean, because let's face it, if you had $10 and you could guess what you want to do with it, you might hit the bullseye. If you've got like 5 credit cards, 2 cars, you got a mortgage, you got a couple student loans, you got 10, 12, 15 pieces of debt. You might guess the right one. But did you guess the right day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the day also matters, right?
You showed me today. I have over 300 people in the Money Max. I was so
Yeah.
surprised, but I get so much good feedback off of what, your company is actually doing for my clients. And I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. The other thing is that, yeah, you have about those 300 clients, but you've also eliminated about $3 million. You've got like an extra couple $100 million of your clients' trying to get rid of debt. And the crazy part about it is it's happening fast. And Miss Christie, I'll tell you the thing that I like really most about it is that for every time I spend a dollar, I can see what the result is of that dollar.
Right.
So it tells me. And the truth is, just like we love what you teach, right? Because you teach the whole idea about velocity is getting money to move fast, right?
Right.
No stagnant money. Don't let money sit around. Make your money either earn some interest, make it get rid of some interest, make it eliminate some debt, make it do something for you. And the faster you can do it, the better it is for you.
Right.
Well, that's the whole idea of automation, is that it's able to do it fast, it's able to get through something, and that's the point. And the thing is that our money is too important to guess, which is the most commonly used method for getting out of debt, right?
Right.
But we can't guess. We need
No.
to know. And as we get older, okay, we can't afford any mistakes in money. Right. As we get older, yeah, we
Right.
got to be on top of it. And quite frankly, if you were in your 20s, you really can't afford it either. Because
Right.
if you're smarter with your money today, it means that you have a better future for you down the road.
Right.
Okay, so regardless of your age, the whole idea is that we need to be able to beat the bank is what we're looking to do.
Right.
And so, and how to do that, it's not easy. What's the biggest reason why it's not easy? Because the banks can change the rules right in the middle of the game. So if they think you're beating them, oh, they're changing
Right.
the rules on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they're going to do. And so, and we've even seen that. Remember what happened this year? Lump sum money going toward like a credit card might end up getting what? It might get your credit limit knocked down on your credit card. So smaller payments, more frequent payments would make it even better for you so that you don't have to worry about getting your credit lines knocked out because we hope that you would never need a credit line. I hope you never need a line of credit. I hope you don't need a HELOC. I hope you don't need a PLOC. Should you have one? Absolutely, you better have one because you need to get it when you don't need it is when you need
Right.
to get it. And so you got to
Exactly.
have it. Yeah, you got to have it ready to go whenever because if you ever got into a spot in life where you had to have it, well, then you may not be able to get it. That's the problem. And so it's better to have it and not use it than to not have it and need it. And our whole thing is about freedom, financial freedom. And we just don't believe that people are really free until you can get out from, and I don't want to say the word tyranny, but it just keeps popping in my head. But the banks have been manipulating us, forever. And I tell everybody when I'm speaking somewhere that, I ask them a question. And I can ask you guys a question too. It's kind of like my little joke, but what is the most washed part of the body? The brain.
Hey. Oh,
The brain. You have been
that's a good
brainwashed.
one.
Yes, you have been brainwashed to think that the banks are your friends or whatever, because
Right.
they got free popcorn. These guys can't be all that bad.
I'm not mad at the banks. I get what they're doing. They're making money
Yeah,
and they're feeding us the most expensive products they have, which are the mortgages, the loans, personal loans, second mortgages. Oh my goodness, car loans. So all of this is expensive and it costs a lot of interest to have. So the point being, the bank is doing exactly what they were set up to do, which is to make money. My purpose is to show people how to still buy the things they want, but to not be paycheck to paycheck covered up smothering. The point is to give the American people options that are available every single day for them to pay for their things and not to be just plummeted with the extra interest. And I mean, a lot of people think, like you said, a lot of people think, well, I just have to pay the payments because that's what we do. We have to make our payments. But
yeah,
once they learn that, yeah, you have to pay the bank back, but you don't have to pay all of that ridiculous interest charges that's on top of what you bought. So the point is to teach the American people the options that they have and the world. I mean, I have people all over the world that are into this. So the point is to give everybody options. And then if they want to jump in and take the options, fine. If they don't, go ahead and make payments. I'm not mad at you. If you want to pay the interest, if you want to take the mortgage, please do. I am not offended. People come to me. I've had my own CPA say to me, "Oh, well, I don't think that's really matters. I'm just going to pay my mortgage." And I'm like, "Hey, have at it. I don't care one bit." So the
yeah.
point is that not everybody wants a way out. Some people like throwing extra money to the bank, I guess.